haven't heard about this. I mean, normally we would say people to go and speak to Ofcom.
Right, well, I can see, I've just Googled it, and Virgin's ADR is CSAS. So why is it so hard to get that information from you? Hello?
Hello, yeah, I'm just checking something.
Why is it so hard to get the information from you?
Because I didn't have that information, sir. It had to be looked up. It's ISTA is what we've been told.
Well, no, that's IPSA, isn't it? That's the other official body, but Virgin is with the ADR CSAS, actually.
We don't have that.
You don't have that? Or you're refusing to give that?
I don't have it. I'm not refusing to give you it, sir. I don't have it to give you.
But you work for Virgin Media, yes or no?
Yeah, I work for Virgin Media, yeah.
So why would you not know about your own schemes and procedures?
I can't answer that. I don't know. I mean, nobody here is, as I said, what we would normally say to you if you've got a dispute. I mean, you have spoke to somebody already.
I've spoke to numerous people, and currently the problems on my service are ongoing. No real fix has been offered up. I have to constantly take time off work. I'm losing money because of that. Virgin won't reimburse me that, yet they still don't admit there is a problem. The first thing that Virgin will do is say, can you reset your router? Can we give you a new router? I've had that verified by a separate engineer. There's nothing wrong with the line. It's Virgin's aggressive throttling to blame, and now I'm trying to take it to the official body, and you won't give the information or say you have no knowledge of that. The technical expert who I spoke to at Swansea says he has no knowledge of a deadlock letter, and so do you. I mean, these are the normal standard complaints and procedures, aren't they? And yet you have no knowledge of them at all. Seems strange to me that Virgin operate this way. I mean, either the staff are poorly trained or you're just being ignorant and refusing to give said information.
Right, I'm not being ignorant, sir, and I'm not refusing to give you any information. I can't give you information that I don't have.
But surely, if that is part of the scheme and procedures that Virgin are signed up with, then surely you should have that information. You should be aware of that, should you not?
No, I don't have it, sir. I can't answer. All I can advise you is that we have, if you go online, you can, right down the bottom of the Virgin Media homepage, is a bit that says contact us. You can contact head office through sending an email that way.
I've sent a written complaint to head office. I've sent a written complaint to your CEO. Still, nothing has been done. No reply, no response, no acknowledgement. Pardon?
When did you write the letter?
Last week.
Right. It can take up to 30 days for something to come back on that, sir.
30 days.
So that's how you haven't had anything back yet.
And in the meantime, I just carry on paying for a service I'm not receiving then, do I?
Well, if you're not receiving the service, as I said, it would be technical to see what they can do for you.
Well, I've done that. He transferred me here. He said he doesn't know what a deadlock letter is or anything. I mean, really, you just passing me from department to department with no real fix or admittance of a fault. You seem quick to blame routers and user configuration to be the problem, but I can assure you that is not. I know perfectly well my way around a network, and I know there's nothing wrong with the configuration or setup in this property. Okay, I've complained until I'm blue in the face. Okay, I've made accounts on the forums. I've rung the call centres. I've spoke to you guys for days now. Days. I've got data going back 3 months.
No, I mean, I do apologise. The gentleman that came through from technical told me that you asked to speak to customer services.
Yes, because he said to me he isn't aware of a deadlock letter, yet that is the normal complaints procedure, and that I should talk to customer services. I'm doing that now, and you say you're not aware of that.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that. So that was the reason you were put through to me, was because you asked to be put through to me, not because he put me through because he was passing the buck. If you've got a fault...
Right, well, I didn't say that, did I? But I find it hard to believe that nobody at Virgin seems to know the schemes and the procedures that you've implemented. I mean, come on, you're running a business here, yet half of your staff know nothing, and the other half can't do anything, or they don't even speak English.
Well, I can only advise you of the process that we've been told to give you, which is the in writing. If you sent that letter away last week, that hasn't, you've got to give it 30 days. If you've still got a fault and you're looking for something to be done about that, you will have to go back and speak to technical. Unfortunately, I'm not technically trained.
So you can't do anything for me either?
Not for technical problems, no. I do apologise about that.
So what about a deadlock letter then?
I don't have any idea about that either. No.
Well, can you go and ask your manager what that is, and can I have one then, please?
I'm going to speak to him 1 second. So what is a deadlock letter? What is it for?
It's a letter stating what Virgin have done to improve my service and admitting that they can't improve it, which is the case here. So I'd like clarification of that, please, and then I can take this complaint to the ADR, which is CSAS in this case for Virgin.
I can't get.
But that's why it seems to me like there's an awful lot of stalling and humming and ahhing for me to get this. I mean, it seems pretty far-fetched that you're not even aware of that, and neither is the technical team, seeing as they would be the people who would issue that.
Maybe it would be needs to be the technical team.
Right, well, I've spoke to them and they said they're not aware of any deadlock letter or CSAS, and I need to speak to customer services. I'm doing that now, and you're saying the same thing, and I need to talk to technical services.
You're saying that technical services told you had to contact us for this letter?
Yes,
right.
yes, and that's why I was transferred to you.
Well, but the gentleman told me that you asked to put through.
Right, because I asked to be transferred because he said he doesn't know about deadlock letters or the ADR, and that customer service would. Therefore, I asked him to transfer to you.
Right, he didn't explain that. Give me 1 second, okay?
This has been recorded, this.
Hello, sir. Sorry to have kept you there.
Hello.
Right. What happens is you've sent a letter into the head office of the complaints department, okay?
Yep.
They will then, it's too soon, as I said, you've got to give them a little bit longer to get back to you. They will then get back
Well, it's funny, Ofcom have quoted 10 days for you to reply, and you say a month.
I can advise you up to, but anyway, the process is that they will get back to you with whatever solution or answer they have come up with. If you don't agree with that or you're not happy with that, you then reply back to them, and then if need be, the deadlock, that's when it comes to deadlock. You're not happy, they're not offering what you want, that's when the deadlock comes into it, and then they would maybe send you a deadlock letter. You can't request that.
I can't request it.
No, then you go to, as I said, you have to wait and see what comes back from head office with the letter first, sir.
So why can't I request a deadlock letter then?
I'm only advising what I've been told is the process. There is a process you have to follow, and you've done the first stage of that.
Can I quote from the Ofcom website? Unfortunately, some ISPs can be rather poor, so if they fail to resolve your problem, then we would recommend requesting a letter, in brackets deadlock letter, from them that details what measure they have taken to tackle the complaint. This can come in handy as evidence for when or if you need to initiate an ADR complaint. Okay, so here I am requesting a deadlock letter.
You've got to go through the process first. You have written to head office. You have to wait for their reply first.
Which should be within 10 days, not a month.
Well, when did you say you wrote the letter away?
Hold on. It was sent on the 5th.
On the
5th.
5th of
Right,
February.
I'll just check. We've been advised of 30 days. I'll just check the times for you again. If you give me 1 second, thanks.
Derp derpity derp 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 diddy derp 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 diddy derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity 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 derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 diddy derp 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 diddy derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derp
Hello, sir. I do apologise for keeping you long there. I mean, I can
Hello.
only advise, as I said, that Ofcom may say, but that's not the law, that 10 days. I'm just going to check to see if there's anything on the system.
Right, well, you do know that you keep saying Ofcom, but you do know that Ofcom is, even though it's an official body and a regulator of broadband, they won't deal with individual complaints. They'll use lots of complaints to deal with the ISPs. So, I mean, why you keep referring me to Ofcom, I'm not sure, but CSAS is the ADR for Virgin.
You said to me that you read that off the Ofcom website.
Right.
So that you read that off the Ofcom website, so I'm just advising you of that.
Right, you're telling me it's not the law. Ofcom are wrong, are they?
No, I didn't say they were wrong. I said
You just said that's not right.
No, again, you're not letting me explain. They may be saying that they would like you to, or like us to, reply to you within that time, but it's not that we have to reply to. Our turnaround, as I was advised there, was 28 days from the date of them receiving the letter. Now, if you give me 1 second, I've got a system that I can go in and see if the letter's been received and anything is getting sent out to you, although you maybe haven't received it yet. It may still be showing me. But I'll have to log into that. So
Can I have a copy of my contract as well, please? That I've requested from day one.
your contract, it would have been a verbal contract. Everything is on.
I would like a copy of that, please.
Again, that'll all be done through your head office later. Now, give me 1 second. I'm going to pop you on hold while I check this for the complaint, okay?
Do you see what I mean? They're not doing anything.
Well, look how
They just refuse to do everything.
We got here that there was a letter sent back to you on the 27th, so obviously you haven't received it yet. Okay? One second, sorry. Would you wish me to read the letter out to you?
If you have a copy there, yes, that would be great.
Yeah, it's saying, thanks for your email dated 20th of... Did you send it by email, yes?
Yes, and I sent a written letter as well.
Right, I've got email dated the 20th of January regarding problems with your broadband services. I would like to apologise for any distress you feel this issue may have caused you. I would have liked to have spoken to you personally, but I've been trying to contact you since the 21st of January on telephone number and a mobile number. In your email, you've requested a deadlock letter. Also, you have had to buy filters for the broadband at your own expense. I've looked into this for you. In order to send a deadlock letter, Virgin Media would have had to exhaust all means to resolve your fault. It says, I can see you reported a fault on the 11th of January 2014. I can also see that a BT OpenH technician visited your property on the 15th of January and report states that the fault has been resolved. Again, you called on the 18th of January to state the fault had not been rectified again.
Well, that's because the engineer found no fault. I mean, how he resolved that, I don't know, when he said there was no fault in the first place.
I can only read the letter out to you and give you the contact details.
I understand that.
It's saying that the fault had not been rectified, and again on the 23rd, states resolved. Virgin Media tried to contact you at 16:02 on the 27th of January 2014. Technical support tried to contact you and left a message to state if the fault is still the same, call them.
Right, well, I did request that all further communication between myself and Virgin be done by a written format and not by phone.
I can only go again with the letter saying.
Well, I mean, that's what I requested.
Yeah, it says please call our technical support team on 150, which you're from a Virgin landline, which you've done. Virgin Media cannot offer any credit in relation to buying a new phone or filters. Says, I can see that you have requested to disconnect your services. If you wish to disconnect, willing to disconnect free of charge. I hope this clarifies the situation, and once again, I would like to apologise for the inconvenience and the length of time it has taken to resolve your complaint. I would like to wish you all the best in the future, and our contact number is, do you want this number?
Yes, please.
0845 234
Yep.
0037,
Yep.
and it's extension 6202, and that's Monday to Friday 9 to 6.
Okay.
It says, please note, I am on annual leave from the 29th of January to the 5th of February, and that was from a Susan Bostock. That's it. You'll receive that letter in the next day or two. That's the only thing I can advise you at the moment.
Right, so then that letter states that I don't have to pay if I wish to leave.
Sorry?
That letter states then that I don't have to pay if I wish to leave, is that correct?
No, she says that it'll be disconnected free of charge, yeah.
Right. And what if I wish to pursue ADR and get some sort of compensation? Because the service I've received has been frankly appalling.
Yeah. I mean, it would all have to be done again again in writing, take it further. If you want to take it further, as I explained.
Yes, I think I will. I mean, waiving the contract fee for me to leave is quite, frankly, a joke. I mean, you waive the fee for me to leave for a service that you can't give me that I pay for. How does that work? You know.
I can only apologise. I can only go by what the letter states on the account. You could, send if you want to send another letter or another email, then do that. But that's what the process is. As I was advised there for the deadlock letter, is that they have to try and fix everything out first before that's done. I can only go by the notes. The complaints department have dealt with this.
I understand that, but I mean, from my end, it doesn't look like Virgin have done anything to fix that. I mean, that's why I requested a deadlock letter, so I could see what they have done, what steps they have taken, but it seems that they have taken no steps, and now you're just trying to get me out of the contract so I go away quietly.
No. I mean, I'm only going by what that's saying. If you want to take it further, then just write to them again, contact them again. I can only give you the details as it is on the letter. You should receive that in the next day or two.
Okay, and now do you have the details of CSAS, your ADR?
Sorry?
Do you have the details now of CSAS, the ADR for Virgin?
No.
Because it does say on your website that now that it's a condition for you to put that on all of your paper bills, your ADR details, but seeing as Virgin don't give out paper bills, where would I find that information?
Yeah, I mean, you could check your bills online and see if there's anything on your online billing, because that's just basically, if you had a paper bill, that's what you would get, see if there's anything on that.
But where would I find out this information then? That's what I'm saying to you. I mean, this information should be freely available to me if a customer asks somebody at Virgin.
Yeah, I mean...
And it's, quite frankly, it's not, is it?
What I've been advised about the ISPA and contacting Ofcom if you wish.
Well, as I said to you earlier, Ofcom are a governing body, a regulator, but they won't deal with individual complaints. They'll deal with complaints as a whole. So thousands of complaints we're talking. I'd like to speak to the ADR who deal with individual complaints and deal with compensation and bad service. And that is the problem, because it seems that nowhere can I get that information from a Virgin Media representative.
You will have to go through head office again through a letter.
I will have to go to head office to get that information that should be freely available as per Ofcom's regulations.
I can only apologise that I don't have that information as I've advised you. You have to go through head office. That is our complaints procedure.
It's funny, I thought that those regulations were brought into force in, hold on a second, 22nd of July 2011, and you're not aware of that, sort of 3-4 years later.
Yeah, I mean, I do apologise, sir. As I said, I can only advise you the information that I've been given.
Nothing personal against you, but I feel that your managers should get your team away and do some more training then and get them up to speed on the current regulations revolving ISPs. Is Virgin an ISP or are they a VISP?
I will pass that what you said, about more training and everything over, because it isn't anything that I have heard of. But as I said, it will all have to go through head office.
Okay, and is Virgin an ISP or a VISP?
Sorry?
Is Virgin an ISP or is it a VISP?
An ISP or a VISP?
Yes.
I'll check that out for you. One sec.
Derp derpity derp 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 derp
That's great.
Okay, I do apologise that I couldn't be any more help, but as I said, I can only only advise you of the process, which will have to go back to the head office again.
Okay then. I apologise if I've been a bit rude, and it's nothing personal. I'm just
it's
frustrated with the service.
I can understand where you're coming from, not at all.
Thank you very much for your help.
Okay,
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.